Good afternoon and welcome back to Community America Ballpark, live in Kansas City, Kansas. Nathan Moore with you as the Kansas City T-Bones and the Winnipeg Goldeyes will wrap up their three-game series this afternoon as the Kansas City T-Bones looking to win this series outright here this afternoon. A hot and muggy afternoon. Glad to have you all with us worldwide on tbonesbaseball.com as well as on the American Association website, watching our video feed of the game here at Community America Ballpark. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for Winnipeg at 33 and 27. Leading off is the shortstop, Michael Gonzalez. Batting second, the left fielder is Josh Romanski. Reggie Abercrombie's in center field. He'll bat third as Willie Cabrera, the cleanup hitter, is in right field. Batting fifth, the designated hitter is David Rome. Jacob Rogers will be at first. He'll bat sixth as Ridge Hopi Haslam will bat seventh at third base. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Wes Darville. And batting ninth is the catcher, Carlton Tenabe. Gonzalez, Romanski, Abercrombie, Cabrera, Rome, Rogers, Hopi, Haslam, Darville, Tenabe as the starting lineups for Winnipeg at 33 and 27. For the Kansas City T-Bones at 27 and 34, starting lineup for today features the right fielder, Starlin Rodriguez. Batting second, the left fielder, Tyson Gillies. Batting third, the second baseman is Brett Wiley. The cleanup hitter at first base is Jake Blackwood. Tyler Massey will bat fifth. He's in center field as Anthony Gallus, the DH, bats sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Vladimir Frias. Steve Swingle, the catcher, will bat eighth. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Sergio Leone. Final game of the series, Kansas City in their black tops, white pants, oxblood numbers and letters. And for Winnipeg, back to those gray tops, gray bottoms. Black number and writing on the front and back of the jerseys. Game 3, the final game of the series, the first series between these two teams this season. Kansas City looking to win another series here today. And we'll have a little bit of a delay before we get started. Try to get some of the remaining cars off of the warning tracks, off around the inside part of the field. Dave Schaub and Jared Messer getting an early workout today as one of the cars had stalled right behind home plate and getting some assistance getting off the field down the left field line. So we'll have baseball for you in just a little bit. And real quick, let's take a look at today's starting pitchers. Kansas City starter Mike Kickham, 1-1 record, 2.53 ERA. This will be his sixth start of the year. 5 overall appearances to get that 1-1 record, 2.53 ERA. His last time out against Lincoln came on July 19th. He went 7 innings, allowed just 4 hits, 1 run. Kansas City won that game 4-3. San Francisco selected Kickham back in the 6th round in 2010 out of Missouri State University. He reached the major leagues with the Giants in 2013 and spent the 13 and 14 seasons in San Francisco. At the major league level, Kickham has an 0-3 record, 10.98 ERA, and 14 overall appearances. 3 of those were in the starting rotation. In 30 and a third innings, Kickham has struck out 30 and walked 11 at the major league level. At all the levels during his professional career, that includes playing for Seattle and Texas, Kickham is 32 and 41 with a 4.52 earned run average. Career strikeout numbers, 517. Coming into today, he's walked 277 over his career. Winnipeg will start another left-hander. Kevin McGovern gets the start in today's final game of the series. McGovern has started 12 games this year, and in his last start, which came against St. Paul on July 18th, he went 6 innings, got the win, allowed 4 runs on 5 hits as Winnipeg beat St. Paul 6-4. And overall in his career, Kevin McGovern, the lefty, is 18 and 16 with a 4.66 earned run average. So we are about ready for baseball. A little bit of a delay to get us started here today, but we are almost there as Kickham has about one more warm-up toss before he will be ready to go. High 90s again today. Very hot, very humid, not much of a breeze. It is blowing in today from left field. But not much air at all here at Community America Ballpark. Pretty good fan turnout so far this afternoon, and more obviously will continue to trickle in as this day goes closer and closer to 2 o'clock. Mike Kickham is ready to go. He will face Michael Gonzalez, who leads off for the first time in this series. Michael Gonzalez yesterday out of the 2 spot went 1 for 5. He is batting .273 on the season. We'll take a look around the American Association in the standings in just a little bit. And the first pitch of the game, which is going to come at approximately 1:13, is a high chopping ground ball to short. Frias has it, throws off balance, typically what he does, but right on target as Blackwood gets the one hop and secures it for the out. So 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch, and that's how the game will begin this afternoon. Defensively, once again for Kansas City, Swingle will do the calling behind the plate. Leon at third, Frias at short, Wiley at second, Blackwood back at first, the outfielders left to right. Gillies, Massey, Rodriguez is the Kansas City defense here today. Lefty versus lefty as Romanski will step in. Romanski batting .285, 6 homers, 39 RBIs. And the first pitch he sees is a good fastball for a called strike at 90 miles per hour. Coming into today, Kansas City 4th place in the Central at 27-34. 9.5 games back of Lincoln, who is on a tear right now. Lincoln has won 4 consecutive games as Kickham throws a 2-seam fastball for a strike on the inside corner, 0-2. 9.5 back of Lincoln, who has won 4 straight. Lincoln has also won 8 of their last 10 as they are starting to pull away from everybody in the Central. The 0-2 pitch ripped pretty well. Right center fielder is going to drop in for a hit. Massey gets over to it very quickly. Romanski, a huge turnaround first. He'll stop there. And it's a 1-out single for Romanski here in the first inning. A good reaction from Massey in center. Got to it quickly in right center field. Romanski, who thought double out of the box, almost able to make that big enough turn, but decided against it, and for good reasoning. Third hitter today, center fielder Reggie Abercrombie, and we are completely seeing a different lineup today for Winnipeg. No Adam Heisler in left field. He gets the day off. So Winnipeg kind of shuffling this lineup all the way around, pretty much everybody moving up a spot from last night's lineup. Willie Cabrera comes to the on-deck circle. You've got a lot of power coming to the plate, this batter and the next one. Reggie now with 13 home runs, 36 RBIs, and the first pitch he sees ripped into center field, but in comes Massey to make the catch. And out number 2, so 2 quick outs. And the runner Romanski goes back to first base. So 2 on, 1 out, and up comes the right fielder Willie Cabrera. Tomorrow there are some chances of rain earlier in the day, and that is going to supposedly cool off the temperatures for the entire week. There is chances and small chances of rain, and from tomorrow on, at least for the next 7 to 10 days, we're looking at temperatures in the 80s compared to the 90s, so that'll be kind of a sense of relief. Runner goes, good throw from Swingle, on the money, the tag is there, and they got him. So facing 3 in the inning as Josh Romanski is caught stealing a big jump, but a perfect throw from Steve Swingle, and Kansas City starter Mike Kickham only faces 3 in the first inning. After half of an inning, Winnipeg nothing. Kansas City coming up on the other side of the break. You're listening to the Kansas City T-Bones on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
So start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
Nice. Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. Nathan Ward back with you live at Community America Ballpark. Kansas City will stand up Rodriguez, Goldeyes, Wiley in the first inning. No Dalton Wheat today. Dalton Wheat had a couple of hits last night, but Rodriguez back in the starting lineup. He will lead off. Tyson Goldeyes, who's led off the first two games of this series, will now bat in the number 2 slot. And we will see Wiley move down from 2 to 3, and then Massey drops from 3 to 5. So John Massarelli trying to shuffle his lineup around, trying to find the perfect solution. And it's not been the offense really that is holding Kansas City back. Last night, 6 runs, 12 hits. When you score more than 5 runs on any given night, you expect to win those games. Unfortunately, last night, Kansas City allowed 3 runs in the 9th inning. They scored 2 in the 9th and lost a heartbreaker 7-6 in Game 2 of the series. So today, the rubber game, and Kansas City looking to win the series outright and then have that momentum tomorrow night when Gary comes into town. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Starlin Rodriguez, and McGovern throws the first strike of his day on the inside corner. It evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez for Kansas City, batting .253. This is his 43rd start of the season. He missed the first couple of weeks of the year. Here's a little popper down the right field line. On the run, Cabrera. He will run it down about 5 feet in front of the foul line for out number 1. Rodriguez was running for his second base, but he will have to go back to the dugout as Kansas City has their first out of the afternoon. This will bring up Tyson Goldeyes. Goldeyes with 1 hit in the series, actually still hitless in the series. He did score a run last night. Goldeyes drew a 10-pitch walk in the 9th inning that opened the door for a potential Kansas City comeback. Jake Blackwood with 1 out drove in 2 on a double, tried to stretch the double into a triple, and Kansas City made the second out of the 9th inning at third base. And that proved to be costly last night as Winnipeg was able to escape with a 7-6 win in 9 innings last night. First pitch to Goldeyes on the way, and a big swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Almost more of a sinker-type pitcher is Kevin McGovern. He is a pitcher that doesn't have extreme velocity, but he is a smart guy who knows how to work the spots, and typically a ground ball pitcher. Here's the 0-1 pitch, caught the outside corner, and the count's 0-2. Your home plate umpire tonight is Jerry Martinez. Carlos Martinez is at first, and Marty Bauer, the crew chief of this staff, is at third base. Tyson Goldeyes, his average is down at .228, trying to get that first hit on this homestand. It will not happen here. A slider way outside, chased after and missed, and down he goes. So McGovern very quickly making his mark in today's game. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Brett Wiley. The first time Wiley has batted in the 3 spot. Typically we've seen Wiley batting in the 2 or 7, sometimes the 6 spot this year. But you roll with the hot guy, and not only is he the hottest player in a T-Bones uniform, but one of the hottest hitters in the American Association. Coming into today, batting .338. 5 home runs, 30 RBIs for Brett Wiley, and the first pitch he sees is a perfect fastball strike on the outside corner. Blackwood will follow if Wiley can continue this first inning. There's no score. Bottom of the first, final game of the series. Once again, Gary coming in tomorrow night, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series. And McGovern again hitting his spot on the outside corner, 0-2. 8 pitches in the first inning so far for McGovern. He's 1 pitch away from securing a perfect first inning. A little bit of a shift, a lot of room in right center as Abercrombie shifts toward left. The 0-2 pitch caught the outside corner on a slider. Wiley didn't think so, but nonetheless, back-to-back strikeouts, 2 in the game for McGovern, and a scoreless first inning for both teams. We head to the second, no score. Back after this in the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services. An accredited chest pain center or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Today,
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
It's your happy place. How about the Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corner? FrostyTreats.com. At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Today,
We head to the second inning. Willie Cabrera will lead things off as against Mike Kickham. No score. Second inning. Final game of the series. Kansas City and Winnipeg both going down in order. 1, 2, 3 in the first inning respectively. Kansas City doing it on a caught stealing to get the final out of the inning. Here's a high chopper to third. Leon has it, sets his feet, throws to first, and a perfect target. Over there at first is Blackwood on a 5-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down to begin the second inning for Kickham. So doing his job, pitching down to the zone, getting a couple of easy ground ball outs for his defense to gobble up. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, David Rome. David Rome, a big offensive night last night. 3 for 5, including a couple of runs and an RBI. And he has made his season even better now as his average coming into today. A 344 as he takes the first pitch fastball for a strike across the inside corner. That 344 is the highest amongst Winnipeg starters. He has had a very good season. As David Rome, 47 RBIs, and once again an offense that's been pretty consistent year in and year out. This pitch swung on and missed, good off speed, and the count is 0-2. Mike Kickham, 32 innings before today. It allowed just 23 hits. Batters coming into the day, batting just .207 against the lefty starter. 0-2 pitch, hard slider down and away, and Swingle kind of diving for it at the last second. Might have caught him right in the stomach. He is down right behind home plate, and now we're going to see a trainer come out for Kansas City just to double check on Steve Swingle. The ball was down and in. It was a slider that was coming toward the hitter, and Steve Swingle at the last second just dove for it and might have caught him. And now we're going to have one of Kansas City's trainers out there checking on him. And now John Massarelli will come out of the dugout just to double check to see if Steve is okay. And now you're going to have Mike Kickham down there, a little bit concerned with his catcher, who is still down at home plate. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the second. Let's go ahead and take a look around the American Association standings coming into today. In the North Division, St. Paul at 41-20. They had a 7.5 game lead over Winnipeg at 33-27. The Redhawks 11 games back at 30-31. Remember, the Redhawks are one of the hottest teams in the month of July. They are still 11 games back. Sioux Falls 19.5 back at 21-39, second to the lowest record in the league is Sioux Falls. In the Central Division, Lincoln at 36-24, 12 games above 500. They have a 5.5 game lead now over Gary at 31-30. Sioux City has lost 2 straight. They're at 30-30, 6 games back of Lincoln, and Kansas City 9.5 back at 27-34. Kansas City has lost 6 of their last 10. In the South Division, Wichita at 39-22. They have a 5.5 game lead over Laredo at 34-28. Texas 22-39, 17 games back. They've lost 8 of their last 10. And Joplin 18.5 games back at 20-40. And now more cause of concern as Steve Swingle just now slowly trying to get up off the ground. Dave Schaub is now out there talking to him. We now see Winnipeg's trainer out and about. So a lot of eyes and attention on Steve Swingle right there at home plate, just the left side of home plate. Now you have the infielders talking together. You've got the outfielders still in their spots. Wiley and Blackwood talking on the right side of the infield. Frias, Leon talking on the left side of the infield. Obviously, we all hope that Steve Swingle is okay and that he will stay into the game. On the other side of things, a starting pitcher like Kickham, who was so much in a groove, very quickly had retired 4 batters out of the 4 that he had seen at the plate. And now here we have a extended break. And you obviously hope that this doesn't slow down the ability of Mike Hickam. And now in the dugout, Brian Erie begins to stretch. He might perhaps be sprung into duty here today. And obviously Brian getting the day off after a day game following a night game. So Brian not in the lineup today. Swingle getting his second start in the series. And now Hickam will come over to get some water as we try to get some sort of an update on Steve Swingle, who is still down around home plate. With this, we'll take a little bit of a commercial break. We'll come back and try to get this second inning back and going again with hopefully some good news on Steve Swingle right after this.
Good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services. An accredited chest pain center or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, redefining wealth, it's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Today, my friend.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryends.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services. An accredited chest pain center or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, redefining wealth, it's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Today,
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
It's your happy place.
Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corner. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, Kansas City will have to change catchers here in the second inning. Brian Erie checks in. He started the game last night. Steve Swingle being helped off of the field, and his night, unfortunately, his afternoon is done today for Kansas City. So Brian Erie will take his spot in the lineup, which will be in the 8th spot. He might bat this next half inning. And, of course, Steve Swingle, unfortunately, his day is done. And hopefully Steve is okay. We'll see him back out here tomorrow evening, perhaps. This is an opportunity for Brian, who kind of struggled at the plate last night. He went 0 for 4. His average has fallen to 290. But usually you want to see your starting catcher have that afternoon day off, especially after having a long game last night, in particular in the heat. But Brian has played, obviously, for several years, so he should be well equipped to handle today's heat. And the very first pitch after the delay, Rome sends a fly ball into right, and Kickham starts off right where he left off and gets a quick out here in inning number 2. No score. We're in the top of the second inning. 2 outs, bases are empty, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Jacob Rogers, for the Goldeyes of Winnipeg, who come into today 6 games above 500. Kansas City on the flip side coming into today 7 games below 500. Really, really needing a win to try to catch up with Winnipeg and Laredo, the 2 teams that are leading the charge in the wild card race coming into today. Goldeyes, the big win last night over Kansas City. It took the complete 9 innings. Kansas City scored 2 in the 9th, but unfortunately Winnipeg scored 3 in the top half of the 9th inning to get that lead. And Kansas City made them kind of concern themselves a little bit. Winnipeg's bullpen again, who was hit hard. Kansas City in the last 2 nights has scored 5 runs off of that bullpen. Here's a big swing and a miss, and the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the first baseman, Rogers, who did not play last night. Jacob Rogers, batting left-handed, batting .271, 8 home runs. And the 1-2 pitch, a high chopper over the glove of Kickham, where Brett Wiley will stand to wait for it. And the throw over to first is in time. So Kickham, another perfect inning here today. A 1-2-3 second. We head to the bottom of the second. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services. An accredited chest pain center or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, redefining wealth, it's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn Inn and Suites, the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the second inning, no score. Nathan Moore back with you at Community America Ballpark in Kansas City, Kansas. Jake Blackwood, Tyler Massey, Anthony Gallus to lead off here in the second as they will face off against the lefty Kevin McGovern. Kansas City trying to get their offense in check here today early in the night. Kansas City scored twice in the first inning yesterday, but Winnipeg came right back, tied the game in the second. Kansas City then scored again midway through, but a little bit too late as Kansas City would fall one run shy of Winnipeg. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Blackwood takes high. The count's 2-0. Jake, a big night last night, 4 for 5. He raised his average up to 269. Had a couple of RBIs. He did score once. If he probably relived that ninth inning, you can probably imagine that he might have been kicking himself for trying for a triple instead of a double. This time sends one high into deep left field. Back goes Romanski to the warning track to the wall. Gone, Jake Blackwood. It hits the top of the fence and then caroms over the wall as Jake Blackwood puts Kansas City on top here in the second inning. Jake Blackwood with an absolute bomb with his 11th home run of the year. The wind coming in from left field. Didn't get any help from the wind, but just barely hit the top of the yellow strip on the left field fencing, and it got the roll over the fence. Kansas City has themselves a 1-0 lead, so Blackwood continues to hit his former team well in this series. And now we'll see Tyler Massey for the first time, and Tyler takes a first pitch strike down at his knees. Massey batting in the 5th spot today, batting 260 or 286 on the season for Kansas City. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way, and a big swing and a miss on a fastball riding in. The count's 0-2. 6 home runs for Massey, 24 RBIs. He hit his 6th home run of the season here on Friday night. He pulled a 2-run home run down the right field line. That pulled Kansas City within a run, which was huge, as Kansas City would win with a walk-off by Jimmy Mojica in the 9th inning on Friday. So back-to-back games, this series has been decided by 1 run, and Jake Blackwood giving Kansas City the early lead today. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, and a breaking ball caught the outside corner. Down he goes. That is the 3rd strikeout already for McGovern. 2 of those have been looking. And the first out has been recorded here in the second frame. So that'll bring up Anthony Gallus, Kansas City's designated hitter, down to the 6th spot today. He's had a pretty good series. Couple of hits yesterday. He's driven in 4 in the series, and he's now batting 196. Obviously well off of the pace of what he's accustomed to. Still has that power in the middle of the lineup that really helps this squad. 9 home runs. Takes a first pitch fastball for a ball on the inside edge, or off the inside edge. 1-0 Kansas City. We're in the bottom of the second. Final game of the series. Gary comes in tomorrow night. Next pitch, that's a strike at the knees. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. McGovern will look to give Winnipeg some length in today's start. And obviously with the heat, you want to see your starting pitcher have quick work, try to go deeper into the game. Keep your defense in the game. You don't want to see them out there sweating and just kind of looking around, waiting for the ball to come their way. You want to keep them involved as much as possible. Both pitchers, at least through the first 2 innings, throwing a lot of strikes, keeping their defense involved. Not the type of day that you want to see a long game. The 1-2 pitch and that breaking ball come flying down and in, and a peel to first. Carlos Martinez said no, he did not go, and the count's 2-2. Really just no air at all here at the ballpark. You see a lot of towels out and about. Everybody wiping off the sweat. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball barely missed the inside edge, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back to that breaking ball that McGovern has located so well so far through his first inning and a third to pick up 3 strikeouts. All 3 of those strikeouts have come with a breaking ball. Gallus back up there batting right-handed. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. McGovern caught, third strike. Boy, it looked low from up here. Anthony Gallus thought so as well. It looked like it was low and in. And a called third strike. The 4th strikeout of the game for McGovern. Back-to-back strikeouts. Both of them been looking. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Vladimir Frias. Kind of the same way. You're not going to see Gallus argue too much with a umpire strike zone. Gallus just immediately turned back as to ask Jerry Martinez, was that really a strike, or obviously did McGovern get a little bit of help? Nonetheless, out number 2. And Frias hits one high into the air, left field, playable. Romanski coming in, Gonzalez going out. And it's Michael Gonzalez who goes out about 90 feet to make the catch from the shortstop position. So Frias after the first pitch again. And Kansas City is down in the second. However, Jake Blackwood connecting on another home run gives Kansas City the lead. We'll head to the third with a 1-0 T-Bones lead. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com. It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
We head to the third inning. Nathan Moore back with you, live at Community America Ballpark, Kansas City, Kansas. 1-0, Kansas City with the lead, courtesy of a Jake Blackwood home run. Blackwood connecting on home run number 11 against his former team of Winnipeg. And now Mike Kickham pitching with the lead for the first time against Ridge Hopi Haslam. First start for Hopi Haslam came into the game late last night as a defensive upgrade. Now he gets his first start. No Cassio Greider this afternoon. Outfield straight away. Third baseman is in, and Sergio Leon. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball outside. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Last night, Kansas City scored twice in the first, but immediately Winnipeg came right back and scored 2 again in the second to tie it. So this is a big inning for Kickham to try to keep his offense and keep him with the lead. Instead of that, it's a leadoff walk. So Opie Haslam reaches with a walk, Kickham's first free pass of the game. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Wes Darville. Darville will come up and second base today, batting .255. No home runs, 19 RBIs, but it's been kind of a area of concern in this series. It seems like when Kansas City scores, immediately the opposition is getting the opportunity to get right back into the game. And now missing inside again, and Kickham falls behind 1-0. So all of a sudden, Kickham's control kind of evasive here in the third. Double play depth up the middle. Leon over at third base is off the line and in, even with the bag on the infield grass. Outfield, a little bit of a shift. Massey a couple of steps toward left. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there's a strike. Fastball at 87, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. We are in the third. Kansas City holding on to a 1-0 lead. They've had a lead in all 3 of the games in this series. Now the objective to hold that lead, obviously add to it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kickham a look at the runner at first. Not a big lead at all. And now works home. 1-1 pitch is fouled off. That was a tough pitch. It was riding in on the hands, down and in. And fouled away by Darville, and the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanabe will follow. He is the catcher for the second day of the series. He's actually been in behind the plate in all 3 games. Came in as a pinch hitter last night. Hard chopping ground ball. Great play, Blackwood out at first, and the throw to second a little bit low. Jake Blackwood with a phenomenal defensive play at first base to save a run and an extra base. So Jake Blackwood just kind of putting it all out of the line, dove, kept it in front of him, and robbed Darville of an extra base hit. It goes down as a 3 unassisted. Opie Haslam does move up to second base, and that'll bring up Tanabe, Carlton Tanabe, who's batting back again to the number 9 slot. 1-0 Kansas City, top of the third. Each team with a hit. Both teams have played good defensively in the first couple of innings. And a good defensive play here to get the first out of the third. Outfield straight away. No shift really of any kind against Tanabe. And the first pitch to Chopper. Leon will field it tough hop, barehanded actually, and the throw to first is in time. So out number 2 on a 5-3 put out. Opie Haslam does move up to third, and now 2 outs for Michael Gonzalez. Morgan, how would you spell Michael Gonzalez?
Gonzalez.
No, how would you spell Michael?
M-I.
You're wrong.
A-L.
You're wrong.
Is there a K in there?
M-A-I-K-O-L.
There's a K in there.
Yep, you got the K right. Michael Gonzalez, one of the more speedy guys in the league, always a tough out. He is 0 for 1 today. Been in the American Association for several years now. He's played for Lincoln as well as El Paso when they were part of the American Association. And now again with Winnipeg. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a check swing that's fouled away, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. So, Morgan, you're up here. Do you have to run away, or can you stay for a couple seconds? Okay, you might as well put this on. You're going to make your radio debut. We will talk about a couple of promotions. Line drive just barely foul down the first base line. Morgan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, introduce yourself to all the fans that may not have seen you if they're listening from around the world.
Oh, well, my name's Morgan Kalinda. I'm the Director of Promotions and Marketing here for the T-Bones. It's great to be finally on here.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talk about you almost all the time as you're always singing at some particular point. It seems like once a homestand. You sung a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, I did. I sang God Bless America.
Yesterday was a fun day, though, as the whole world has been taken by storm by Pokemon Go. There was a special event yesterday. How did the turnout go for that?
It went really well. If we would have had, more time to promote it, it probably would have gone a little bit better. But it went well. We had a good turnout. We had about 30 people participate, and we only had 2 days to advertise. So it went pretty good.
Michael Gonzalez with a routine ground ball to Sergio, who makes the play across the diamond to record the final out of the third. We'll keep it here throughout the break so Morgan can have more time on the radio today. And then we'll let you obviously get back to work. But tell us about a couple of big upcoming promotions. I'm sure there's always a nightly promotion. At least there's something every night here at the ballpark. But the upcoming series against Gary, what do we have in store for the fans Monday through Wednesday?
Well, Monday we've got Kids Eat Free. First 1,000 fans in the gate gets to have their child eat for free. So that's kind of fun. And then also Tuesday we are giving away 500 Jersey T replica T-shirts. Number 16 on the back because it's 2016. And then Wednesday, we're honoring National Hot Dog Week because, unfortunately, we were on the road for National Hot Dog Day. So we are having 50-cent hot dogs all night, courtesy of Wimmer's Meats. And we also have a hot dog eating competition. And we have post-game catch on the field. And both things are taking place after the game. So that'll be a pretty fun night.
I remember the hot dog eating contest last year. I remember Joe talking so much about how he was going to dominate that. He was dominated.
That's right. I think the record is 7 hot dogs. Now, I could probably eat 10 if I didn't eat for 48 hours, but...
Well, there's a lot of tricks of the trade to eat in those hot dog eating contests. You could actually do a lot of things to prepare yourself. I think a lot of lettuce. There's something about lettuce that cleans out your system before those. Matt and I were talking about it last year. But obviously, if you want to participate in that, then that's coming up this next week. Now, of course, we've got a handful of games, of course, left the rest of the year. Is there any big upcoming promotion that's later on in the season that you're looking forward to?
Midget wrestling.
Oh, yes.
August 11th. It's Throwdown Thursday. We've got $1.25 beers. But to add fun, well done to it even more, we've got midget wrestling.
And is that the first time the T-Bones have done that here?
Yes, this will be the first year that we've done it.
I know it was a big success. Last year we actually saw that in Gary. Gary had it on a day that we were there, and it was a great turnout for that. We're in the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Kansas City with the lead. As Morgan has been thrown into action. So Brian Erie will bat for the first time. Came in defensively in the second inning as Steve Swingle was banged up. So we have not seen Steve the rest of the day. He's been taken into the locker room. No update on him. If we get any update, we'll let you know. Brian sends a high pop-up in foul territory, and the count is 2-1. It'll be Erie, Leon, and Rodriguez here in the third inning. Kansas City trying to add to their 1-0 lead, try to win another series here at home. And then, of course, Gary comes into town tomorrow night. We will see Dan Vaughn, the radio voice of the Railcats, tomorrow. He'll be here for 3 days. As Erie takes a called strike, and the count is 2-2. There is some light throwing in the bullpen for Kansas City. Nobody is warming up at this point, but there is some light throwing going on in the bullpen area for KC. 2-2 pitch outside, and the count's full 3-2. So another hot, humid day here at Community America Ballpark. Last night, over 5,000 fans here at the ballpark. Kansas City continues to rank the top of the league in average attendance for another year in the American Association. 3-2 pitch off the inside corner, and Brian Erie is a leadoff walk in the third inning. So both pitchers having to work around that leadoff walk in the third. Is there any more promotions you want to talk about, Morgan? Or did we we touched most of them, the big ones? And, of course, to get a full updated promotional calendar, you can always visit tbonesbaseball.com, and there's a complete breakdown of every game that's remaining in 2016 and what's happening at Community America Ballpark in those given evenings. Bunt by Leon, right back to the mound. McGovern thought about going to second, but we'll just get the safe out at first. So it's a successful sacrifice bunt. Erie moves up to second. Now the top of the order. Starlin Rodriguez and Tyson Gillies will each get a chance to try to give Kansas City a larger lead here on a hot Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all three games against Gary at 7:05. Tickets available for all three of those games at tbonesbaseball.com. One of the easiest, most convenient ways to get your tickets ahead of time. You purchase and print them directly off the website. No breeze at all tonight or today. No air circulation at all. That's something that you get used to if you're in the Midwest. I don't know if you can ever get used to it, but something the typically expected. A lot of fans using some various objects to keep themselves cool. The old-fashioned fan. See some hats waving back and forth. A couple of fans actually being very generous and waving the fans in front of them. I don't think I would be that nice. First pitch to Rodriguez, dives inside for a ball. Starlin today is 0 for 1. Flied out to right to begin the bottom of the first inning. Second start of the series. Started on Friday night, had the day off yesterday. Brian Erie at second base, one out in the third. Kansas City looking to add to their 1-0 lead. McGovern's 1-0 pitch is just a bit high, and the count's 2-0. Dave Schaub back at third base. Frank White back over there at first base, coaching for Kansas City. We mentioned on Friday that we didn't have Frank here, and he was finishing up his tour of the White House as the Kansas City Royals were honored at the White House for their World Series championship from last year. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. Outfielders playing straight up, pretty much straight up on the infield. Both middle infielders on the outfield grass. Great range short with Gonzalez. 2-1 pitch and a foul ball straight back. That'll reach the concourse, and the count's 2-2. And all of a sudden, the Thundersticks are starting to form down the right field line. I would prefer the Thundersticks today compared to Kids Day. In the past, when we've had those Kids Day, it kind of gets a little bit loud and rambunctious. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball and a high chopper to short. Tough play. Gonzalez throws off balance and just does get Rodriguez. Nice defensive play there by Michael Gonzalez. Erie has no chance but to stay at second, and now 2 outs for Tyson Gillies, who's still looking for his first hit of the series. He is now 0 for 10. If Gillies gets on base, then you have Brett Wiley to follow. And, of course, we've talked quite a bit about Wiley in this series and, of course, the last month about how hot he's been at the plate. Here's the first pitch to Gillies, and the pitch misses up and in. What did you call Wiley? Oh, Gillies. Oh, yep. I thought you were trying to say that about Wiley. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the 1-0 pitch. Gillies fouls it straight back. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. See if Gillies can come through with a 2-out base hit. See if Brian Erie could score from second base. A leadoff walk in the inning. He advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt. And then a nice defensive play to get Rodriguez out by Michael Gonzalez at short, who ranged up from behind the bag on a tough one-hopper. 1-1 pitch, and that slider again got a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the day, McGovern has struck out 4. He struck out 2 in the first 2 innings. Trying to have a scoreless third. Kansas City with just 1 hit in the game, and it was Blackwood's 11th home run of the year that came back in the second. McGovern trying to work around a leadoff walk. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And the breaking ball rode in again, but fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Tyson Gillies as he continues to battle against Kevin McGovern here in the 3rd inning. Brian Airy trying to get a good jump at second base, hopefully able to score on a base hit if Gillies can come through. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and down goes Gillies. Second time he has struck out today. 5 strikeouts in the afternoon for McGovern. Kansas City scoreless in the 3rd. We head to the 4th. Kansas City with a 1-0 lead. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back, Community America Ballpark, live at Kansas City, Kansas, alongside Morgan. I'm Nathan Moore as we head to the 4th and a 1-0 lead. Kansas City starting pitcher Mike Kickham to face the 2-3-4 hitters of Romansky, Abercrombie, and Cabrera. Another lefty-lefty matchup, and the first pitch to Romansky is a bit outside, 1-0. You wanted to talk Pokemon Go, didn't you?
I certainly did.
What is the obsession with Pokemon Go?
The fact that you downloaded the app.
I think that just means you're a good marketing coordinator to arrange that to happen, because I never in my wildest dreams would have ever considered it until the peer pressure from you came Friday evening when you said that, of course, Saturday we were hosting the Pokemon Go Day at the ballpark.
That's right.
But I did. Yep, I did. I broke down and did it. And Matt last night even, yes, Matt Folks even caught a Pokemon last night.
That's right.
On my phone here in the press box.
Of course. They're lurking everywhere. You got to find them.
2-1 pitch, broken bat, ground ball to third. Sergio Leon with a nice scoop and a good throw to first in order to get the out. Great play by Leon. And Romansky is the first out of the 4th inning. How many have you caught?
A lot.
A lot. Like 100?
A little bit more than that. I've caught 116. I have evolved 34.
Wow. So is that all different types, or are you just talking collectively that's how many you've caught?
All different types.
Oh, goodness.
I'm a level 17.
Oh,
if that tells you anything.
Okay, so yeah, you're all about it. High chopper to third. Leon this time a much easier play, and a strong throw to first is in time. So back-to-back outs on the ground, and up comes Willie Cabrera, who's 0 for 1. So a very quick start to the 4th inning for Kickham. Now your next task will have to get our general manager Chris Brown to do it.
I don't know. I've asked if Brett, his son, we'll play it. And he says, I don't know if we'll fall under the trend. So
I don't think you probably be able to persuade him. However, he's pretty active. The more active you are, the more successful you are at that game.
That's right. I've seen kids riding their bikes around, which is a good way to get them out into the open, instead of behind a video game, even though it is a video game.
But at least you're being active. Yep,
That's right.
I agree.
Got to look both ways before you cross the street because there have been incidents where children don't.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. Good block by Erie, and the count's 1 ball and a strike. Obviously, you do not do it when you're driving.
Right. Actually, if you go by 435 on the overpass, it says do not Pokemon Go and drive. That's what our world's come to. Do not Pokemon Go and drive.
Well, there you go.
Pokemon Go.
1-1 pitch missed inside. The count is 2 balls and a strike. It's amazing because Pokemon was so big about 20 years ago, and it kind of just went away, and all of a sudden it has reformed itself as Nintendo has done a good job of remarketing it, rebranding it. I think what happened originally was it was so big they just kept adding to it, and eventually it just kind of lost the fad, but it is back again. Matt's son Charlie was playing it last night. And there's a Pokestop here at the ballpark.
There is, right at Gate A.
2-2 pitch, right back to Kickham. And a very quick 1-2-3 fourth inning for Kickham and Kansas City. Well, Morgan, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm sure you had fun.
Fun well done.
Always.
Always.
We will head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Kansas City will look to add to their lead. It's 1-0 Kansas City. Back after this in the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Kansas City with the lead as the T-Bones look to win another series here this season, try to carry that momentum into tomorrow night's series beginning against Gary for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Kansas City has seen Gary a couple of times this year already. This is the first series against Winnipeg, and Kansas City will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters up to the plate in the fourth. Each team with just one hit in the game. Kansas City has the only run. That was Blackwood's solo home run in the second inning. Wiley is 0 for 1, struck out looking to end the first inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from McGovern, and a line drive right to the second baseman. Darville played it perfectly, and Wiley couldn't have hit it much harder, but he is 0 for 2 to start the afternoon. That'll bring up the first baseman, Blackwood, who homered to lead off the second inning. So both starting pitchers have been very effective, and it obviously starts with good pace, good tempo, and obviously hitting the spots. And both pitchers have done just that so far through 3.5 innings. McGovern trying to get his team through the 4th, move the game into the 5th. On Friday and Saturday, there really wasn't much pace on either side. There's not a lot of pace or any good tempo. Today it's a little bit better pace, definitely better tempo. Both pitchers throwing a lot of strikes, using their defense. The defenses have been expecting the baseball and have been throwing it perfectly across the diamond. And of course, on a getaway day, Winnipeg leaving Kansas City, they would prefer a quicker game than not. Kansas City, it doesn't mean as much as the T-Bones stay here for 3 more days before heading to Winnipeg next Thursday, or this upcoming Thursday. Kansas City will leave on the off day and then spend the off day in Canada before playing that 3-game series over the weekend. Not too far of a trip, about 10 to 12 hours. The biggest delay of the trip is obviously at the border. Kansas City has had their fair share. There's a lot of teams when you go to the border, obviously, with the increased security over the last few years. Blackwood not at all pleased as he's going to be struck out looking on a pitch that appeared to be outside. Blackwood Blackwood is now kind of yelling back at John Massarelli. It is a strikeout, nonetheless. 6th strikeout of the afternoon for McGovern. 2 up, 2 down for Tyler Massey. So McGovern has picked up at least 1 strikeout in all 4 innings today, and his pitch count has still been pretty good. Only 47 pitches today at this point. Gallus will come out to the on-deck circle. He'll bat next if Massey can get on. Massey 0 for 1. He also struck out in his first plate appearance, and another nasty breaking ball for a strike. McGovern in the first 2 innings was really working the fastball, and now in innings 3 and 4, it's pretty much a lot of breaking stuff. We're rarely seeing that fastball. Another breaking ball, and this one misses a bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGovern's been around 88 to 92 with the fastball, and the breaking ball anywhere between 76 and 80. Mixing up his speeds pretty well. 1-1 pitch. Missed a bit outside with the fastball, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Kansas City entered today about 150 fans shy of Winnipeg for the second highest average attendance in the league. St. Paul in their still brand new stadium of just a couple of years continues to stay up on top of the league, averaging over 8,000 fans per evening. Kansas City right around 4,400, a very respectable number, and 1,000 fans higher than Fargo and everybody else. Joplin in just their second year in the American Association, averaging only 691 fans this year, and obviously a new team to the league just in the second year. A big swing and a miss by Massey and another strikeout. 7 strikeouts for McGovern and another 1-2-3 inning against Kansas City's offense. We head to the 5th. Still 1-0 Kansas City. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I love loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the fifth inning. Nathan Moore back with you in a 1-0 lead for Kansas City. And have a 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up, starting off with David Rome, Jacob Rogers, and then Ridge Hopi Haslam here in the fifth inning. Mike Kickham throws a good, hard fastball down to the dirt, swung on and missed, and David Rome has the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rome 0 for 1, flied out to right in the second inning. Each team with just 1 hit. Kansas City the only run in the game, and only time that either pitcher has gotten deep in a count. A beautiful curveball for a called strike on the outside corner. Believe it or not, for as many pitches around the zone Kickham has thrown, that is just his first strikeout of the afternoon. And 1 up, 1 down to begin the fifth inning for the first baseman, Jacob Rogers, who is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman, Wiley, to end the second inning. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Kickham has thrown 45 pitches through 4 1/3. And the first pitch here is a chopper that goes foul past first. And off the concrete barricade, that'll force Starlin Rodriguez to come over to get the loose baseball. We are in the fifth inning. Kansas City trying to win another series here today. Once again, used all that extra momentum into tomorrow night's series starter against Gary. Kansas City will throw Jordan Cooper tomorrow night, Josh Hodges on Tuesday night, and then at this particular point, no third starter has been yet announced, but more than likely it will be Messer. Here's a ground ball to second. Wiley all over it, throws to first in time for the out, and Rogers is now 0 for 2, and 2 up, 2 down in the fifth inning. That will prompt Hopi Haslam to come to the plate for the second time. Hopi Haslam walked in the third. It was a leadoff walk, and then 3 consecutive ground ball outs to get out of the inning. Kickham trying to keep that pitch count as low as possible to try to give him the opportunity to go deeper and deeper into the game. And Hopi Haslam takes a fastball and a strike. Fastball at 89, and it's had some life on it today. Mike Kickham is 1-1 with a good 2.53 ERA, trying to pick up that second win of the season. He spikes this one to the dirt. He goes all the way to the backstop, 1 ball, 1 strike. That was pitch number 50 for Kickham here in the fifth inning. Just after 2:20 in the afternoon, very hot, very humid, not much air circulation. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In on the hands, right to Sergio Leon at third. Nice solid throw across the diamond. Yet another ground ball out and another perfect inning for Mike Kickham. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Still 1-0 Kansas City. We're back after this on the Kansas City T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce costs and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Nathan Moore back with you. 1-0 Kansas City with the lead. Kevin McGovern back out to work. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters, all starting with Anthony Gallus. And the first pitch to Gallus, ripped to the third baseman, bodied up by Hopi Haslam over to first in time for out number one. Boy, Gallus couldn't have hit it much harder. It was scorched down the third base line, and Hopi Haslam bodied it up and made the out for the first out of the fifth inning. That's exactly how you train it to the younger kids that wants to play at the hot corner. That is a perfect example why third base is called the hot corner. That ball was scorched, and as a third baseman, you have to have the ability to put your body in front of the baseball, take the hits if you can, or if you can stomach it. And right there, Hopi Haslam just chested the baseball up, knocked it down, stayed with it, and a strong throw got Gallus for out number one. And now, Vladimir Frias, who swung at the first pitch in the second inning, takes a fastball and a strike here to begin the fifth inning, or to begin his at-bat in the fifth inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Kansas City. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Winnipeg. 0-1 pitch is an off-speed pitch for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Kansas City needing to give Mike Kickham a little bit of more breathing room. Kevin McGovern and Kickham have both been fantastic here so far this afternoon. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and down he goes. Another curveball that caught the inside part of the plate. Strikeout number 8 for McGovern. And Kansas City has not had that hit since the second. It's been a clinic right now for McGovern. 8 consecutive outs for Kevin McGovern, and now he will face Brian Erie, who walked to lead off the third. He was the last base runner Kansas City has had, and in total, just 2 total base runners for Kansas City. The home run by Blackwood and the walk by Erie, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. Still no sign of Steve Swingle, still no update at this potential point, but hopefully all is okay with Steve, and we can see him possibly back in there again tomorrow night, trying to work behind the plate. 1-0 pitch, lofted right center field, long run, Abercrombie on the run. He's going to make the catch, is Reggie Abercrombie, to end the inning. Kansas City again down very quickly, 1-2-3 in the fifth. We will head to the sixth inning. We are still tied, or still with the 1-0 lead for KC. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Moving to the sixth inning, 1-0 Kansas City. Nathan Moore back with you live at Community America Ballpark. Kansas City, Kansas. Mike Kickham back out to work. He will face the bottom two of the order, then flip it back to the top. And Michael Gonzalez will have his third shot at Kickham this afternoon. First pitch to Darville is in for a strike. Darville is 0 for 1, grounded out on a nice defensive play by Blackwood in the third. That saved a run. It was a scorcher down the third base line. Blackwood dove on top of the bag, saved it from going down the line. It should have been an RBI double. Instead, it was the first out of the inning. And that only allowed Hopi Haslam to go to second base. And then Kickham got out of it after that. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a fly ball down the left field line, twirling foul, and it will get into the seats. And Mike Kickham is in front again, 0-2. What team is stronger for the next 12 outs? That, of course, will determine who's today's winner. Who will win the series? Who can get the next 12 outs in a way that is not so much damaging to their team? And if the answer is Kansas City, then Kansas City should win the game, should win the series, and take that extra motivation into tomorrow night. T-Bones looking for win number 28. Here's the 0-2 pitch, another foul ball, and the count stays 0-2. Eight 9-1 hitters: Darville, Tanabe, and Gonzalez, in that order. Kickham at 55 pitches through 5 completed innings. 0-2 pitch is a fastball high, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Pretty good depth all the way around. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a chopper down the first base line, but foul. So if anything, Wes Darville is forcing Kickham to get that pitching count back up. And obviously for Kickham, obviously for Kansas City, they would like to see that pitch count stay remotely low. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a check swing that he did not go. 2-2. This is one of those big innings that will tell a lot about Kickham. So far, he has been dominant. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a fly ball hit pretty well. Deep right center field. Massey had a great read on it initially, and he misses it in right center field. The ball hits the ground. Darville's going to try to go to third, and he will. Standing up. It's a leadoff, stand-up triple. Massey kind of had a late jump, and then at the last second dove and just missed the baseball. And Darville has the second hit for Winnipeg, and it comes with the 3 bases attached to it. In a game in which Kickham has been absolutely dominant, Kevin McGovern has been absolutely dominant. And here we go, a 1-0 lead, and Winnipeg has the tying runner 90 feet away and only 1 out in the 6th inning. And Darville deserving all of it as he really forced Kickham to throw pitch after pitch after pitch. Kickham got ahead 0-2, then 2-2, then a couple of foul balls, and then the triple. So a 9-pitch at bat that ends with 3 bases, and now Tanabe will come up, and a chance just to try to tie the game with a ground ball. Anything to the third baseman, anything but to the third baseman, should tie the game. Kickham's 1-0 pitch is a chopper foul right back to the mound, but called dead, and the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Number 9 hitter, followed by Gonzalez and Romanski. I just mentioned just before the triple, this would be the inning that would be the telltale story of the afternoon for Kickham. He has been so dominant and kept his pitch count so low that if he could get through this 6th inning, more than likely he would be on cruise control. And now in this inning, Winnipeg starting to make him work. And he is not the same as we saw in the first 5 innings as he misses again inside 2-1. So now 62 pitches on a very hot and humid day. For Kickham, he probably feels like he's thrown 90 already. 2-1 pitch, a good fastball on the inside edge, swung on and missed. And the count is 2-2. Kickham with just 1 strikeout in the game. He struck out David Rome to begin the 5th inning. He could really use one here against the number 9 batter, Tanabe. 2-2 pitch and a looping fly ball. Shallow center field. Massey is there. They're going to try to test the arm, and now they're going to stop. And a wise decision. Tanabe can't get the job done. Fly ball to center. Massey shows the arm. And no chance as Darville doesn't attempt to score. And now up comes Michael Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2. Now this is where Kansas City has to possibly think that something might be on here. Michael Gonzalez just kind of smiling as he faced John Massarelli. Maz looked back at Gonzalez, and he was smiling. This is going to be an interesting element because Gonzalez is so quick and such a great bunter that you could obviously at this particular point see a suicide squeeze. You could see a safety squeeze. You could see Gonzalez just slapping at one, or obviously take a typical at-bat approach. First pitch on the way, not showing a bunt, takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. The infield is in for Kansas City. The T-Bones obviously know that both pitchers today has got themselves 2 really good pitchers that are on a groove. 1 run could be the difference. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count's 0-2. So Michael Gonzalez down on the count quickly, 0-2. Kickham's next pitch will be his 67th of the day. And if he could ever ask for a strikeout, right now would be the time he needs one. Josh Romanski will follow. Left-hander comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball left field. Pretty well hit. Back goes Gillies to the wall. It's over his head. That'll tie the game. Gonzalez has an RBI double, and it's tied at 1. On an 0-2 pitch, again, Winnipeg forces Kansas City's pitchers to make a mistake. We saw it last night over and over and over again. Kansas City pitchers would get ahead 0-2 and 1-2, and that's when Winnipeg's offense just erupted against Kansas City pitching. That pitch right there for Kickham was not a pitch that needed to be in the strike zone or even remotely close to the zone when you were way ahead 0-2. So Kickham trying to squeeze one around Michael Gonzalez. It didn't work. And the game is tied on the 3rd hit of the afternoon for Winnipeg, their 2nd extra base hit of the inning. As Bill Sobey will go out and have a quick word with the left-handed starter of Kansas City. But Kickham, too much of the plate on an 0-2 pitch, has got us tied in the 6th inning. And unfortunate because we talk about a veteran pitcher like Kickham. He knows he needed to bury that one, not even allow Gonzalez to have a chance to swing. on really an 0-2 pitch, and the game is now tied. So that'll bring up Romanski, who is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch, and just off the inside corner, 1-0, and Kickham, for the first time really in this entire afternoon, is having to work here in inning number 6. He is nearing 70 pitches, which is still very, very good. But the pitch count in this inning has become a more laborious inning, and another hit. Right field, Rodriguez has it. They're going to try to score Gonzalez. The throw to the plate. On line, and Gonzalez is out at the plate. What a throw by Rodriguez. You kind of had a feeling that Gonzalez was going to be going. He's one of the fastest runners in the league. Gonzalez tries to score from second on a base hit from Romanski, but Gonzalez never touched the plate. He was out by about 10 feet as Gonzalez is out number 2. So Romanski will wind up going to second base on the throw, but a 9-2 nails Gonzalez at the plate for out number 2. And up comes the center fielder, Reggie Abercrombie. So a very big gamble by Winnipeg skipper Forney. Instead of having first and third 1 out, you now have 2 outs and a runner at second base for Abercrombie, who takes the first pitch strike. 1-1 tie in the 6th. 3 hits in the inning. Winnipeg has a triple, a double, a single, all in the inning. Now you need 1 more out. Kickham needs to get Abercrombie out for the 3rd time. The 0-1 pitch is a foul ball straight back off the screen, and the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike on Reggie Abercrombie. 0 for 2. He's grounded out. He has float out. He has flied out so far in this game. The 0-2 pitch from Kickham, or the 1-1 pitch from Kickham, is swung on and missed, and the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The scoreboard was just 1 pitch ahead. So now it is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 6th. 1 run is in. The game is tied. Kansas City with just 1 hit today, as Kevin McGovern has absolutely put on a clinic against the Kansas City offense. Now can Kickham get out of the 6th inning? Try to keep the game right where it is. Get the offense to hit for KC. Got him swinging, and the inning is over. So Kickham works around a 3-hit inning. He does give up the 1 run. It is tied, but we head to the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 game as Kansas City's offense looks to get back on track for the first time since the 2nd inning. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 1-1 tie. Live at Community America Ballpark, Kansas City, Kansas. Nathan Moore back with you. Kevin McGovern back to work. He'll be facing the 9-1-2 batters, all starting with Sergio Leon. Ground ball to the third baseman. Nice defensive play by Hopi Haslam, and an easy throw to first in time. And Kansas City still looking for that first hit since the second inning. Offensively, it's not been much to talk about for Kansas City. For Winnipeg, it wasn't much to talk about until the sixth. They had 3 hits in the sixth inning, including a run to tie the game. Mike Kickham has been fantastic for Kansas City, but the offense letting him down. Sterling Rodriguez 0 for 2. He's flied out. He's also grounded out. He is 0 for 2. He has scuffled here at the plate recently, down to 250 with the average, and the first pitch is a breaking ball down and away for a ball. And now the baseball rolls all the way back to the second base bag as the catcher, Tanabe, overthrew the pitcher. Not really the day to have your pitcher work a little bit extra in an atmosphere like this. Mid-90s, heat index over 100, no air at all. Sun blasting down on the infield. Here's a ground ball foul, pulled left, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. A game like today is the game that's going to be decided by 1 run more than likely. Who is going to come up with the big hit? Who is going to make the next 9 to 12 outs, the less grueling of the two teams? Which team will take advantage of a rare mistake? 1-1 pitch, breaking ball low, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. Rodriguez 0 for 2, Gillies 0 for 2, Wiley 0 for 2, everybody 0 for 2, except for Erie, Leon, and Blackwood. There's a high chopper to short. Gonzalez will get it on the one big hop. Throw to first, offline, safe at first, as they're going to say the tag was not applied by Rogers. Rogers pretty much was trying to sell it as much as he could as he was throwing it around the infield. But the first base umpire, Jerry Martinez, says not so fast, safe at first base. So Starlin Rodriguez will be safe at first. And more than likely, we will see how they rule it, but Michael Gonzalez more than likely will have an error in the game. And he does. So it'll be an E6 on Gonzalez. Kansas City has their first base runner aboard since the third inning. Now, will that be the mistake that gives Kansas City life? 65 pitches for McGovern. He has 1 out in the sixth inning. He has been way more than efficient. Tyson Gillies, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, still has not got a hit in this series. Lefty versus lefty, and a throw over to first. Almost overthrown. Boy, the first baseman, Rogers, almost had it sail over his head. That would have been the rare mistake that possibly could have been a difference maker in a game like today. Tyson Gillies struck out in the first, struck out in the third. Trying to turn his offensive series around. It takes this one in the dirt, and the count's 2-0. Rodriguez trying to time the delivery by McGovern. Had a pretty big lead. A late jump, but did not go. We are in the bottom of the sixth inning. We are tied at 1. Kansas City's only hit, a solo home run off of Blackwood's bat in the second. 2-0 pitch, change-up strike, and the count's 2-1. Kansas City scored first yesterday, unfortunately lost. Today, they scored first. When the T-Bones score first, they are 22-10. The 10th loss came last night. in that particular situation. 2 balls and a strike. Runner not going, and Gillies takes a bit low. Ball 3, 3-1. When Kansas City leads after 5 innings, which they did today, they are 21-4. That's been the magic number for Kansas City, getting the lead beyond 5 innings. Today, they had the lead, but in the 6th inning, the game was tied. Runner not going. 3-1 pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed, and the count is full 3-2. That would have been ball 4. So Tyson Gillies having a very difficult time trying to get a hold of a pitch by McGovern. He has not hit one in the fair or in between the foul lines. Will the runner go? Good size lead by Rodriguez. He is not going. 3-2 pitch, and again he is called out on strikes. So Tyson Gillies struck out for the 3rd time today, and strikeout number 9 for McGovern. So Gillies' struggles continue here at home. So Maz trying to give everybody an opportunity to kind of take a spot and run with it, but Gillies and Rodriguez both struggling. Dalton Wheat, who has been a very, very big contributor in the outfield, 2 for 4 last night, not starting tonight. But if Rodriguez and Gillies continue to struggle, it's just going to further open the door for young guys like Dalton Wheat to take permanent spots. Brett Wiley 0 for 2, trying to get his first hit of the day. Will Rodriguez go? There he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base is high, and Rodriguez has stolen second base. I like the decision. The worst case that happens, Rodriguez thrown out, and you lead off the 7th inning with Wiley. If successful, like it has been, then a base hit, Kansas City reclaims the lead. So a pretty good gamble for Kansas City. You like the aggressiveness. Rodriguez didn't get a great jump. He had to make sure that the lefty was coming home. So he kind of stutter-stepped before taking off, and the throw a little bit high from Tanabe, and Rodriguez able to slide in safely. Wiley has struck out looking. He has lined out to second. Kansas City needing a hit to take the lead. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Way outside. Good stop by Tanabe, and the count is 2-0. McGovern has not pitched from the stretch since the 3rd inning. So he is starting to lack his control a little bit. Now at 72 pitches, where is very, very low in regards to pitch count, working deep into the 6th inning. If Wiley can extend the inning, then you have the dangerous Blackwood to follow. 2-0 count, lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch is way outside, and it is starting to appear that Kevin McGovern wants nothing to do with Brett Wiley. Wiley hit it hard in the 4th. He hit it right on the nose, but right at Darville at second base. So it's not like he's had a bad offensive day. And we will see if McGovern does anything cute here with the count 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Wiley taking all the way and takes a strike, 3-1. If anybody would have the green light on a 3-0 count, Wiley probably the guy right now who's batting .335. I believe he has earned the right. Three balls and a strike. Coming set, McGovern. Pitch on the way. Way outside, but Wiley swings and misses. And the inning comes to a conclusion. So a little bit behind on the scoreboard, and Wiley goes down on strikes. 10th strikeout of the night. Kansas City cannot take advantage of the one-out error. We head to the 7th inning. Still stuck in a stalemate. It's tied at 1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
We head to the seventh inning. Mike Hickam returns to the mound for the seventh inning. It's a 1-1 tie at Community America Ballpark. 4, 5, 6 hitters. Cabrera, Rome, Rogers to the plate in the inning. 1-0 pitch, a high chopper to third. Leon gets it on the first hop and over to first in time for the out. So Cabrera is 0 for 3, and Hickam gets the seventh inning started off quickly in the right direction. That'll bring up David Rome as we have June bugs that are attacking the press box now on about a 105-degree day in the middle of the summer. David Rome 0 for 2. He struck out. He's also flied out. Here's the pitch, and it's a bit low at the fastball. The count's 1-0. Kansas City scored first in the second. Winnipeg's tied it in the sixth. That has been the offense. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a line drive to the second baseman. It'll take one hop, a funny backspin on it, and Wiley able to throw out David Rome, who is 0 for 3. Good concentration by Wiley at second base to field a tough, funny spin. And now 2 up, 2 down for the first baseman, Rogers, who is 0 for 2. Been a very busy day for Wiley. He has had a very busy day at second, but the guy who's been the most disciplined, the guy who's had the best defensive day, Sergio Leon at third base. He has had a phenomenal day defensively. Had a putout in the second, had 2 putouts in the third, had 2 great putouts in the fourth inning. I put circles around those plays against Romansky and Abercrombie. But he has had 7 putouts. He is 7 for 7 at the hot corner at third base. So Sergio Leon having a great defensive day on the hot corner. 1 strike on Jacob Rogers, who enters this at bat, batting .269. 8 home runs, 35 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Kickham, and the fastball stays up. And the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kickham's fastball there at 91. A couple of hard-throwing left-handers battling each other today, Kickham and McGovern. 1-1 pitch, off-speed misses inside, 2 balls and a strike. If you like pitching, unfortunately, if you are not here, you are missing one of the best pitching performances of the season against two teams. This has been by far and away the best pitcher's duel. And as I say that, line drive up the middle for a hit. Rogers is first of the game. Hit number 5 for Winnipeg. It's a 2-out hit. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Ridge Haopi Haslam. Kickham at 81 pitches. Still definitely in control in regards to pitch count. We have not seen Haynes in this series, so Kansas City has Mark Haynes available out of the pen. He should be 100% fresh and ready to go, and he may be asked today to be the day he goes multiple innings if Kansas City's offense can't give Kickham the lead. There's a foul ball, and the count's 0-1 on Haopi Haslam. Boy, you would really like to see Kansas City's offense put up a couple of runs in the 7th and allow Kickham the opportunity to possibly go the distance or at least get through 8 innings. He has been on cruise control. The 6th inning gave up 3 of the 5 hits. Got a nice outfield assist by Sterling Rodriguez to keep the game right where we are. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball left side into left field for a hit. Frias stayed upright and couldn't get to it in time. So back-to-back 2-out hits for Winnipeg. Rogers goes to second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Darville, who's 1 for 2 at the triple. So now Kickham putting himself in harm's way for the second consecutive inning after getting 2 outs in the 6th inning, giving up a couple of hits to give up a run. And now in the 7th inning, very quickly had 2 outs. And now back-to-back 2-out singles. Lefty-lefty matchup with Darville, and Kansas City's Dave Schaub is repositioning Tyler Massey in center field to more of a straightaway center field positioning. 1-1 tie. We're in the 7th. 6 hits Winnipeg, just 1 hit for Kansas City. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 84 miles an hour. At one point, somebody is going to get that big hit. Is it going to be Winnipeg or is it going to be Kansas City? You can't ask the starters to go as great as they've been without some sort of a hiccup. McGovern working on a 1-hit masterpiece. Kickham has worked on a 1-run outstanding performance. 0-1 pitch, little blooper, left center field. In comes the left fielder, and Gillies is able to run it down. He almost overran it. Caught the baseball behind his left shoulder on the run, and the inning is over here in the 7th. Winnipeg strands 2 with 2 outs in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 tie. Let's see if the T-Bones can give Kickham some breathing room. Back after this, the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Well, the entire offense for Kansas City is at the plate. Jake Blackwood, who is 1 for 2, homered in the second. That is it. Kansas City's with 1 run today. They've only got 1 hit. So pretty much the Jake Blackwood offensive day today for Kansas City. And we will see if Blackwood can give Kansas City a jolt of energy here in the 7th. First pitch on the way. Sails high for a ball. Action in the bullpen for Kansas City as a right-hander begins to warm up here in inning number 7. No action in the bullpen for Winnipeg, but there are a couple of guys walking around. 1-0 pitch, belted to deep left center field. Back into the alleyway. It goes to the wall, off the base of the wall. And Blackwood has done it again. An extra base hit to lead off the 7th inning. So Blackwood has both hits for Kansas City. Both of them have gone for extra bases. And don't tell him he likes to hit against his former team. So Jake Blackwood with a home run in the 2nd, and now a leadoff double in the 7th inning. And Kansas City 180 feet away from taking the lead late in the game. Boy, the way that Kickham has pitched today, you really would love to see Kansas City's offense give him some sort of a lead. And Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, looks to put the ball in play. Shows a bunt, fouls it away. The count's 0-1. They were expecting a bunt. Hopi Haslam was charging hard at third. Massey is a great bunter. We saw it last night as he had a leadoff bunt in the 9th inning, or the 8th inning rather. But he has the ability to make things happen with his feet. He also has power to swing the bat. He's got 6 home runs. Showing a bunt again. Gets it down. It's a good one. If it stays fair, he has a chance to beat it out. It rides the line all the way down. Nobody's at second, but he will stop at first. A phenomenal bunt by Tyler Massey. Well, you cannot bunt a baseball better than that. It is impossible to bunt it better than that. And Kansas City has runners on the corners and nobody out in inning number 7. So Blackwood doubled to lead off the inning. Massey a bunt singled on the third base line. And Kansas City knocking on the door to take their first lead since the 6th inning. And Anthony Gallus, who is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, will look to give Kansas City the lead. Batting just 194, the pitch on the way, and a fastball is missed outside for a ball. So a double and an infield bunt single. Kansas City looking to score their 2nd run of the afternoon here in the 7th to give Kickham a little bit of a lead should he go back out for the 8th. The 1-0 pitch. Missed inside. It's 2-0. Vladimir Frias has come onto the on-deck circle. He'll bat behind Gallus. Brian Erie behind him. John Massarelli is on the top step for Kansas City. You've got Massey at first base. Blackwood at third. McGovern comes set, looks in, 2-0 pitch is right down the middle. A changeup at 84, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Maz wanted to talk to Frias about some sort of a plan when he comes up next for Kansas City. Hopefully, when he comes up, the T-Bones will have a lead. McGovern comes set, 2 balls and a strike. Looks in, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses high, and the count's 3-1. So McGovern, who really hasn't had much of any difficulty today, running into some problems in inning number 7. His next pitch will be his 84th of the afternoon. Winnipeg will obviously give up a run to turn a double play if Gallus were to hit one up the middle. 3 balls and a strike. Runners not going, and inside ball 4. So Gallus walks and the bases are loaded. So Gallus walks. Massey goes to second, and the bases are loaded, and nobody is out in inning number 7. There is action in the bullpen now for Winnipeg. Action in the bullpen for Kansas City. Rick Forney is at the top step, and now he retreats to the bottom of the stairs. So McGovern will have to face Frias, it appears, right here. Vladdy is 0 for 2. He's popped out to short. He is struck out. He is 1 of 9. Make that 10 strikeout victims for McGovern, who is at 84 pitches through 7 innings, and he has the bases loaded and nobody out here in the 7th and a 1-1 tie. Blackwood at third opened up the inning with the double. And a line drive to deep right field. Back goes Cabrera, nearing the warning track, makes the catch. Everybody tagging up. Gallus decides not to, but Kansas City takes the lead. Vladimir Frias with a sacrifice fly gets the RBI. Blackwood comes in to score. Massey goes second to third. And now Kansas City has the runners on the corners, and Rick Forney has seen enough. So Brian Erie will face the reliever that will be coming in next, as McGovern has given up the tie game in inning number 7. 2-1 Kansas City. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Kansas City has reclaimed the lead. 2-1. Brian Erie will step to the plate. He will do so against a new relief pitcher. And the very first pitch from Shimo is ripped into left field. Here comes the runner from third. Massey will score, and Kansas City has a 3-1 lead. So Brian Erie wasted no time as he hits a sacrifice fly to left field. Tyler Massey's bunt single turns into another run. Gallus stays at first. And now 2 outs, and Kansas City has a 3-1 lead. Nathan Moore back with you, and we bring back Morgan mispromotion here for Kansas City T-Bones.
That's right.
Shimo, 1-0 record, 3.12 ERA. This is his 28th appearance. He does have a save. Batters have batted just .242 against the right-hander, but very first pitch, Brian Erie was not waiting on it and smoked into left field for a sacrifice fly. Sergio Leon's night is over, so Jimmy Mojica will come in as a pinch hitter. In the bottom of the 7th inning, he will finish the game at third base for KC. And the first pitch he sees is a breaking ball and a called strike. See what happens? You walk into the door, we score 2 runs, we reclaim the lead.
I'm good luck, I know. It's the blonde hair.
Kansas City 3 runs on 3 hits. Winnipeg 1 run on 6 hits as Mojica backs away from a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was looking ahead into the month of August, and one big night I can guarantee will be a big night is on Saturday, August 20th, which you pretty much have every promotion memorized, but in case you don't remember that one, here's a high pop-up to shallow center field. Abercrombie coming in, but it'll be Gonzalez who makes the catch. The inning is over, but KC does score 2. On that night, it is Military Appreciation Night, which on a Saturday with fireworks should be a big, big night.
It is a huge night. We've got a huge group coming out. We've got Harley Davidson. It's about 2,000 people, 2,000 motorcycles. It will be filled to the brim. We're hoping great attendance that night. We got a good discount rate for military proof of ID on tickets. We got fireworks, like you said. It'll be a fun night. And they're also wearing the jerseys that they wore for 4th of July that night as well.
I was wondering why those weren't auctioned off. So that's why they weren't auctioned off, because they're going to be used again.
Yep, they will be used again for Military Appreciation Night.
So he just got the final line on McGovern. He went 6 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 2, struck out 10, did that on 85 pitches. He was very efficient today. Unfortunately, he leaves the game, and he has a deficit in which he leaves the game with, and now it's up to the Kansas City bullpen to try to preserve a victory tonight or this afternoon. They lead right now 3-1, and it looks like Johnny Shuttlesworth will come in out of the bullpen. 3-4 record, 5.36 ERA. So Shuttlesworth will have the 8th inning. So every year there's a couple of different promotional events that happen. You guys obviously try to change things up a little bit. Take us through the process of that and how it works. You just sit at the office one day and just randomly think of other ideas, or do you brainstorm with a group of people? How does that work?
Well, I basically do it by myself, but my motto is the best promotions are already taken. So I research in the off season on what worked and what doesn't. I take notes on it. I'll call around to other teams and kind of see what worked for them and try to add our own little twist to it. Laredo does a cool promotion with French fries, and they throw noodles into a bucket for Whataburger. And fortunately, we don't have Whataburgers in Kansas, so add your own little twist to it, and we've got something up our sleeve for next season about kind of related to that sort of thing. So I do research. It's just not the type of research that most people think I do. It's not school.
In the 8th inning, it'll be the 9-1-2 batters. Tenabe, Gonzalez, Romansky in the 8th. Shuttlesworth trying to preserve a 3-1 lead. Kansas City scoring twice in the 7th. They took the lead for the first time in the 2nd. Blackwood has been in the middle of both of those run-scoring innings. He has homered, he has doubled, he has scored 2 of the 3 runs. And the first pitch from Shuttlesworth is a called strike. So Kickham leaves after 7 dominating innings. He allowed just 1 run on 6 hits and was fantastic again for Kansas City. 0-1 pitch outside, and the count is 1 ball and a strike. So the Jersey Day is coming up. That's always been one of the biggest promotions that people will line up hour before the game to get those jerseys.
That's right.
There's a ground ball to the first baseman. Blackwood has it. Shuttlesworth covering, makes the catch. And out number 1 to begin the 8th. Kickham's official line. 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He threw 85 pitches, 60 of those were in the strike zone, so he had another fantastic outing once again. What's the most enjoyable thing about being in charge of marketing?
The endless suntan. Always bronzed.
No more sunscreen for you? Your body just kind of immune to it?
You know, I think at this point, sunscreen's kind of pointless.
1-0 pitch to Gonzalez. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No, it's the fans. That's the best part. Fans.
Seeing fans coming into this ballpark for the first time, and obviously probably getting used to the same familiar faces night in and night out.
That's right. There's an average of 8 new people every game, and I try to find those 8 people to make them come back.
That's a good average.
That's right. 8 new faces every game.
2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I saw something on Facebook before coming into today that this was a day that was a redneck weekend not too very long ago.
Yeah.
Another promotion that we did last year. 2-2 pitch, fouled away to the right side, and the count stays 2-2. And of course, we couldn't have promotions without having an Elvis night, or Matt would not be happy.
Matt is begging me to have an Elvis night, and August is coming up, and he seemed to tell me that August, I think 13th, is the day that he quote unquote disappeared, and he's a firm believer that he's still alive out there.
There's a high pop-up on the infield. Frias calling for it. Makes a two-handed catch, and very quickly, Shuttlesworth has 2 outs in the 8th inning. You kind of acted as if you don't believe he is still roaming around.
I mean, if he is, make another hit for me. My playlist is getting a little dry.
He would be attacked immediately if he were to come out of hiding.
Oh. My gosh, I can't even imagine. He's the king.
Josh Romanski up to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Singled in the 6th inning. That is when skipper Rick Forney tried to give Winnipeg the lead, sending Gonzalez around third. He was thrown out by Rodriguez in right on a great outfield assist that kept the game tied at 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Shuttlesworth overthrows it, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. So you've been affiliated with the T-Bones for several years. This pitch is a high chopper to the right side. Should be an easy play for Wiley. It is, in a 1-2-3 inning for Shuttlesworth in the 8th. So we will head to the bottom of the 8th. Kansas City with a 3-1 lead. But as I was going to finish that, you've been around Kansas City and the T-Bones for several years, but this year, the first quote-unquote official year handling the marketing.
That's right. Yep, this is my 8th season. And no, I did not start when I was 12 years old. I get asked that all the time. I mean, it's a compliment, but it's also, no. Started when I was a senior in high school. This was my first job in Kansas City, and kind of just grew to love working here and being around the fans.
We will take a quick commercial break. Morgan may or may not be back, depending on if she can hang around. We will find out on the other side of the break. Kansas City holding to a 2-run lead. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back, Community America Ballpark, live in Kansas City, Kansas, as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City with a 3-1 lead. Final game of the series. Kansas City welcomes in Gary tomorrow night. 3-game series against the Rocats. All 3 games at 7:05. Tickets available at tbonesbaseball.com. Kansas City looking for the 28th win of the year, and they will face yet another reliever out of the bullpen, as Tazeen will come in. Robert Tazeen, 0-1 record, 2.57 ERA, took the loss on Friday's game. This will be his 8th appearance. He does have 3 saves, pitching obviously in a non-save situation with his team trailing 3-1. And the first pitch to Rodriguez is a bit high for ball 1. Rodriguez, 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 6th, stole a base. Kansas City trying to get another insurance run in the 8th inning. Johnny Shuttlesworth, a perfect top of the 8th inning as Rodriguez takes a strike and the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez, Gillies, Wiley. Anybody who were to reach Blackwood would have another opportunity to add yet another hit to this series. Here's a 2-hopper back to the mound, and Tazeen will throw out Rodriguez, who's now 0 for 4. So quickly 1 out. And up comes Tyson Gillies, who is 0 for 3. A rough day at the plate. He has struck out all 3 times. Still looking for that first hit of the series. Had a big 10-pitch walk in the 9th inning last night that started a little bit of a rally. Kansas City would score 2 in the 9th, but they would trail or lose by 1 last night, a final score of 7-6. Morgan, you got the headset back on. And we were talking in the break about more promotion events that's coming up, as this one is blasted to center, and Gillies almost gets it over the head of Abercrombie, but he just jumps high into the air and robs Gillies of a base hit. Gillies 0 for 4 and 2 quick outs in the 8th inning, but Princess Night's coming up in August.
That's right, Pirates and Princess Night, August 12th.
How do you obviously you're in charge of marketing, you should remember most of them, but since there's something every single day, I think it would be difficult to remember.
It's very difficult. I forget all the time, actually.
That is against Laredo, so 7:05 on August 12th. A Friday night game, as this pitch is high to Wiley, 1-0. So if I were to go ahead and just pick out Tuesday, August 23rd, would you know what that would be?
Well, I know we got craft beer night, or $5 draws for craft beers.
That's correct.
Every Tuesday.
There's a giveaway that day. T-shirt Tuesday.
Oh, it's T-shirt Tuesday. That's right. Yeah.
I finally got you. I think you were like 8 for 8 before that. So
there's just a lot to remember.
1-1 pitch, a bit low. 2 balls and a strike on the second baseman, Brett Wiley. Now, there's always something going on every single night or afternoon here at the ballpark. Already mentioned the next couple of Sundays will be at 1:05 in the afternoon. Sometimes, or typically in years past, the Sunday games are at 5:05, but this year a lot more 1:05 games. There is a 7:05 game on Labor Day weekend. That is the last Sunday of the regular season.
How sad.
3-1 pitch is fouled away, and the count's full 3-2. Today is game number 62.
Wow.
Out of 100, so it flies by pretty quick.
It's definitely gone by very fast. August is in a week. My birthday's in a week. That's cool.
We're obviously away or on All-Star break on your birthday, aren't we?
We are, yes.
Foul ball.
Unfortunately.
Wind kind of circling now from left to right. Not really been much of a factor today. Heat index yesterday over 110. Today it's close to 110 again. There's really not a lot of wind at all. Tazeen comes set. 3-2 pitch. Hammered to deep center field. Abercrombie back. Still on the run to the warning track and reaches up and hauls it in. So Wiley and Gillies both hitting it to the wall and straightaway center field, and Abercrombie makes both catches, and the inning is over. So KC goes down in order in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Kansas City looking to win the series, needing 3 outs to do it. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
We head to the 9th inning. Kansas City needing 3 outs to win the game, to win the series. Begin this homestand off on the right foot. We got Morgan back with us in the 9th inning. We couldn't let her leave. She came in just a couple of an inning ago. Kansas City took the lead in the bottom of the 7th, so she must stay in to preserve the victory in the 9th. Mark Haynes is in out of the bullpen for a potential save. No record, 2.36 ERA, 25th appearance. He does have 12 saves in 26 innings. He's allowed 18 hits, 7 runs, 28 strikeouts, 13 walks for the former Laredo Lemur. 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, and it counts 2-0. it will be the difficult part of the order. 3-4-5, Abercrombie, Cabrera, Rome here in the ninth, preserving a 3-1 lead. Winnipeg has out-hit Kansas City 6-3, but Kansas City a couple of big extra base hits and good timely hitting. 2-0 pitch is high for ball 3, and immediately out of the gate, Mark Haynes has thrown 3 unhittable pitches, and it's 3-0. Abercrombie on the day 0 for 3. Ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Haynes needing to settle down here to try to get the final 3 outs in the ninth. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and there's a high strike to make it 3-1. Mark Haynes in his first year in Kansas City, and he is very reserved individual. Here comes the 3-1 pitch on the way, and a big swing and a miss. Just absolutely overpowered Abercrombie, and the count's full 3-2. Have you had an opportunity to meet Mr. Haynes yet?
I have met him, and I've met his fiance, Katie. Lovely couple. Just remarkably cute.
Haynes looking for the first out in the ninth. Right-hander versus right-hander, and the count has gone from 3-0 to 3-2. The payoff pitch on the way, and a foul ball straight back off the screen keeps the count 3-2. Johnny Shuttlesworth pitched a perfect 8th inning. Got Tanabe to ground out, Gonzalez to pop out, and Romansky grounded out. So a perfect 1-2-3 8th after Kickham was splendid through 7. Kickham trying to win his second game of the year, and he will get that win if Haynes can preserve the lead here in the ninth. Looking for save number 13. From the windup, the 3-2 pitch, and another foul ball straight back. Kansas City last night trailed by 3 in the ninth. They scored 2, would lose by 1, but they did win on Friday night. So today the rubber game, trying to win the series and take that extra motivation, that extra momentum here again tomorrow night against Gary, a team that is somewhat struggling here of late. Another payoff pitch on the way. Got him swinging. High fastball at 89. And Abercrombie is down for the second time on strikes. He is 0 for 4. You know, if you're up here and you help us preserve the win, then that might just be the missing element that we have found on game number 62.
You can just add it to my list of duties here at the T-Bones. I'm the lucky rabbit's foot.
Yes. First pitch to Cabrera. Good breaking ball for a strike. That was unhittable at 74 miles an hour. How many miles do you think you walk on an average game day here at the stadium?
My Fitbit, from start to finish of my day yesterday, I logged 29,000 steps.
0-1 pitch.
I don't know how many that is.
That sounds like an astronomical amount.
I guess.
How many times do you think you go up and down the staircases?
29,000.
One ball, one strike on Cabrera. 11 home runs, a 347 or a 317 hitter, and he will get a one-out single. That will bring the potential game-tying runner to the plate. So Cabrera is now 1 for 4. And that'll bring up David Rome, who is 0 for 3. Rome batting .339. He also has power, 6 home runs, 47 RBIs. Haynes right here, 1 pitch away from a possible double play ball that could end the game for Kansas City. Rome representing the tying run for Winnipeg if he could get one into the jet stream perhaps. What little jet stream we have today. We have had 1 home run. Blackwood hit it. Fastball high, 1-0. We are in the top of the ninth. 2 outs away from having Kansas City win a series against Winnipeg, the first time these two teams have met in the regular season. They will face each other again this upcoming weekend in Canada.
Wow.
And that's the trip, of course, that you're kind of sad you don't get to go on.
I am. It'd be kind of fun to travel. I've never been to an away game before.
Not even to Wichita?
No, I've not.
Right-hander versus right-hander, and the pitch on the way. Way outside, 2-0. So Haynes is really struggling with control here in inning number 9. And obviously, with Shuttlesworth pitching a perfect 8th inning, the list of available relievers is slim for Kansas City. Obviously, this is Haynes' job title. He is the closer for Kansas City, trying to preserve it here in the 9th. Got the first out by striking out Abercrombie. Now trying to get the second out. The 2-0 pitch. And he missed high again, ball 3. So 14 pitches already for Haynes and 1 out of the 9th. Obviously, another bad one would put the potential tying runner on base and then bring up the potential go-ahead runner to the plate. Haynes is set, looks in, and the 3-0 pitch on the way, and he walked him on 4 pitches. And now you're going to hear some restless fans starting to voice their displeasure as Haynes has come in. He's issued a 1-out single and a 4-pitch 1-out walk. And the pitching coach, Bill Sobey, will come out as Jacob Rogers, 1 for 3 afternoon, is coming to the plate. That's shocking. All the years you've been with the T-Bones, you've never gone to Wichita nor Lincoln?
I have never traveled to an away game. So I'm trying to get in here, you know. If you need a right-hand man and we start winning, you got to take me with you and game over.
There you go.
It would be cool to travel, though. That'd be cool.
Except to maybe Laredo?
Yeah, I heard about the lovely bus ride a couple weeks ago about that.
Well, not necessarily just the ride, but you talk about hot here. It's
super hot, I hear.
Hotter there. Outside of Laredo, the travel in this league, not too bad. Everything else around 5 to 8 hours, not too terribly far. A lot of teams pretty close. Joplin not too far away. Lincoln pretty close. Wichita pretty close. 2 on, 1 out of the 9th. Jacob Rogers is at the plate. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed closer of Haynes. The pitch. Try to check his swing. They will appeal, but no swing. The count's 1-0, so 5 consecutive pitches have missed from the right arm of Mark Haynes. Kansas City reclaimed the lead in the 7th after Winnipeg tied it in the 6th. Needing 2 more outs to win the series. Haynes coming set, checks the runners, the 1-0 pitch, and there's a strike. Registered at 95 on the gun. That's the highest velocity I've seen this year.
I don't want to be behind that ball.
I don't think I've seen a pitch register higher than that this year at this ballpark. So Haynes at pitch number 17 looking to get an out. Possible ground ball. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. There's a nasty changeup, and the count's 1-2. So you throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball and then an 84-mile-per-hour changeup.
I got to learn these terms. I have to really focus. I'll have Sam teach me the ways of the world here for baseball, because I know he does this most of the time too.
1-2 pitch is in the dirt. Good block by Erie, and the count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The fans that were here earlier still here right now, waiting for Kansas City to win the game, trying to get their 28th win. Winnipeg trying to avoid their 28th loss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Haynes checks the runners again, looks in, and the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. So 2 strikeouts sandwiched on the inside of walks, and 2 on, 2 outs for the third baseman, Ridge Hopi Haslam. So Hopi Haslam batting .238 on the year. He is 1 for 2 here today. And Mark Haynes 1 out of way from preserving the win, preserving the series win, and also rewarding Mike Kickham for a much-deserved possible win today. He's only 1-1. He was dominant again today. Haynes comes set, checks the runner again, and the first pitch is a fastball strike. And the count's 0-1. Just so happens that Hopi Haslam is the strikeout batter of the game. One strike on Hopi Haslam. Haynes coming set. Checks back at second. And the 0-1 pitch is a called strike 2 on the inside corner. And the count's 0-2. Our very own Matt Folks is doing the PA announcing here tonight. He is trying to get the fans re-energized for a potential strikeout. Mark looking for one more strike. 2 strikes on Hopi Haslam. His 23rd pitch of the inning is on the way. Got him swinging, and Kansas City has won the series. So Morgan, the first time into the booth, as just another T-Bones win.
That's right.
Did you have fun?
I had a great time.
Are you catching Pokemon, or are you...
I am actually trying to do our social media while I'm doing this. Got to update the fans at all times.
That's a good multitask.
I'm trying, listening and, tweeting about Mark Haynes getting his strikeouts.
And Mark Haynes, save number 13. Mike Kickham does get the win. He improves to 2-1 on the year. Winnipeg falls to 33 and 28th. Kansas City improves to 28 and 34. The win gives Kansas City another series victory, and they will carry that momentum into tomorrow night's 3-game series against the Gary South Shore Railcats. First pitch at 7:05 tomorrow night. Tickets available for all 3 of the upcoming games against Gary at tbonesbaseball.com. Even though Matt wasn't helping us today, he was definitely heard throughout the stadium. So for Matt Folks, for Morgan, I'm Nathan Morris saying so long from Community America Ballpark in Kansas City. Any last words, Morgan?
Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. It's been a pleasure to be up here. It's a little bit of a change of pace. I like it. I'm not sweating. Might smell, but hey, Nate gets to deal with this.
And you brought us a win.
I did. I'll be back on Monday. Tune in.
We will talk to you all tomorrow night. You've been listening to the Kansas City T-Bones on the Kansas City T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Funweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Tune in online all season to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Click on the Watch Live or Listen Live buttons at tbonesbaseball.com. T-Bones Baseball, that's fun. Well done.